Hello, Mind Sports Olympiad Twilight Struggle 2020 Round 1. This is the year when Twilight Struggle has its first appearance on My Sports Olympiad. First day are 4 rounds Swiss. I was assigned USA against Alfred Koch from, I assume, Malaysia. I don't frankly like my starting hand. Space hold probably. I have no better headline than Asia scoring, I guess. Maybe I can. We have 60 minutes per game. Yeah, good headlines are Asia scoring, because he doesn't have Vietnam revolts, because I do. Or containment. Yeah, I think Asia scoring, because this is a very problematic hand to fight against everything at once. I will have to trigger Vietnam revolts, and I will have to space decall and hold distal, or discard distal to blockade, I guess. He headlined Nasser. So priorities for the first turn: secure Europe if possible. And go to Asia. He succeeded in cooing Italy. I didn't succeed in cooing Egypt. So now there start being problems. If he coups me off Iran, it's getting really tough. My opponent's rating isn't very big. He doesn't have very good record, but still, the ratings can't win the game. Good to know he doesn't have these access cards. I don't like the fact that I have some late reactions to what I'm doing. It's probably due to recording and due to Discord being active, but well, that's not a gaming machine. Nicely played by him. So I should go on cooing, I guess. This time more successfully. Fortunately he failed, so this is a good time to coup with Fidel, making CIA a Afghan suicide. And this coup was quite decent. So now decall for space race. Containment for Libya, Malaysia and Pakistan probably, and Vietnam revolts, placing 2 into Thailand. I can't afford over-controlling Thailand. Oh well. He had to do something nasty for him as well. He had to use Marshall. If he activates NATO, maybe I can grab Italy back with special relationship one time or another. Yeah, too important to give it up. Failed. I wanted to be the first one in space, this is why I played it. And yeah, I can't really fight for Middle East. Costa Rica, just to avoid being knocked off here with the axis. He gave me the China card. CIA is still somewhere around. Back. I can't really respond to this. I can regain France one time or another, or avoid being controlled in Europe with West Germany, but I can't afford losing Thailand. Okay. A poor hand, but because it has multiple ones, but not the tragic one. This is certainly good, and I think I can take Italy one time or another. I sense Europe scoring coming, and this is going to be a painful one, but at least allowing me to counter coup. Sorry, to coup. Event? No, it certainly shouldn't have been an event. It's worth the same as Ops, but he should have kept it in the deck. Let's provoke him to invest something and fall into Truman. Distal is obviously the hold card. All others are played. This is Ops. This is Event. This is Ops. This depends, this depends. Yep, he had the scoring, oh well. So, okay, let's have a coup, and let's deny him a coup. Actually not, because he can coup Costa Rica. But at least, it's now me who dominate Middle East. And of course I have to grab some victory points and secure Europe somehow. So, not to be played, but to be discarded if blockaded. And event, France, Italy, hopefully Italy. This is the plan for now. Naive plan, assuming he doesn't do anything himself. But naive plans used to work as well from time to time. evented NATO for me. Let's grab these VPs. We have this to space, so it was about time to grab these VPs. He didn't get D cards, so this is good. I don't have Italy. This is bad. I feel somehow safe that my first opponent isn't a very strong one, because I feel I should get into the game, especially that it's been a long time before I convincingly won a game as USA. The first day is 4-round Swiss, about 60 players registered, only the best 16 qualify to the knockout second day. So 4 and 3.5 qualify for sure, but 3 out of 4 do not qualify for sure, and the first tiebreaker is Buchholz, so this is the sum of points gained by the opponents, and this opponent isn't likely to gain many points. Middle East the only region non-scored yet, but this isn't really fightable for by me. Europe and Asia scored but will return. Europe is mainly to be fought for. If he has a 3, because he's purged, not a very big deal, because I can just save Truman for future use. Sorry, if he has a 4. Can he have 1? Nuclear test ban, I guess. Yes. Okay, the victory points don't look convincing, but not a big deal as USA. The board isn't that bad. I have the China card, and I probably managed to keep Distal until turn 3. I had to space deco, oh well. NATO is active already. De Gaulle is gone, Suez is gone. Nasser is gone. Ooh! And I got this one. So I think Truman can wait. It's always better to keep something like this in the deck. So the influence from Truman goes probably to India. And I almost equalized victory points. Asia is back. Okay, Middle East should be scored now, because it can't be any better for me. So let's do it. And I'm glad I did it, because with Cambridge 5 and having so many scoring cards, it would be somehow painful. Okay, so assuming he takes Thailand, I'm in a tough position to fight for Asia. But with the help of the China card it should be manageable, unless he has Indo-Pakistani war and rolls a 6. I also should find some time to put one spur up somewhere in Europe to gain domination. The problem is the hand isn't very rich. The good hold card candidate is of course defectors, but I'm not sure if I can afford to pick a hold card. It may turn out that the turn forces me to play the cards in one order or another. Okay, not breaking Thailand looked a big mistake, but what can I know about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I can have these 3, he can have 1, 2, 3 more. Should I give him a coup or should I let him take Asia? And the China card, which is worth 2 victory points itself. I think I'm gonna fight for Asia to make it at least equal. It might be quite good to go to India, better than it looked at first sight, provided he has in the Pakistani war. Because now I only need a 2 to secure these 2, and then he needs very many to grab South Korea and Burma and Afghanistan, which he needs to dominate me. An interesting question is, which country should I take first in Europe? And I think Turkey is the answer. Mostly because this is the obvious target for Cuban Missile Crisis, and I can always take some other countries if I need them. Italy is no longer a target of brush war. Canada is useless without NORAD. Arab-Israeli war is a good candidate for space race because I need to hold distal against blockade. On a side note, I assume blockade is going to be his hold card. I wonder who's gonna give up Asia and coup first. If he doesn't have the if he doesn't have Indo-Pakistani war, I can even fight for Asian domination, but I think this would be taking too much risk. So, if I can score Asia just without his domination, this is about enough. UN intervention, so he's not going to hold any card. Okay, let's attempt to secure Asia. As I said, quite forced, because I need to have Formosan to threaten him somehow. For example, 3 China here to him. Asia is now at -1, and this is something I can pay. Now what if he does have Indo-Pakistani war and wins the war? The China to Afghanistan and Laos, Cambodia? I still would like to coup. I still need 1 more in Europe, perhaps 2 more, because he can easily grab 1 more country. Priorities, priorities. The game is so much about priorities. Actually, the timing of the scorings is the most important luck factor in this game and the least measurable. Okay, he gave up Asia. Actually, this over-control of Algeria is something I don't like. You don't really need so many ops there. Algeria is hard to flip anyway, because if US can coup Algeria, it usually has some better targets. Not now, but okay. And what? Space Force containment, no cooing? Okay, that was certainly wrong. I assume he forgot about cooing. This is only more vulnerable to brush war if it has more. Okay, so Middle East is scored. He doesn't have Europe scoring because he would have scored Europe if he had had it. Okay, let's stop him from spacing another card. No. If he plays another card successfully, it's a 4 victory point swing. And so is cooing. But cooing is certain. Maybe he was right going to Algeria because I don't have better coup targets. I rolled poorly. But well. So he has 2 more cards. One of them is blockade. Should I remember the other one? If he attempts a space race now, I think I'm gonna... Ooh, he played blockade for influence. So... I obviously can space distal. And fail. Maybe I should have held it in case he gets salt. But, well, you never know such things in advance, and Arab-Israeli war may suddenly become a null card if Camp David is activated. You don't cheap. I wonder what exactly does his nickname mean. But I'm not gonna ask him now, because, well, it's a tournament game. Time-limited one. He spent 18 minutes on his first 3 turns, so it's 6 minutes per turn, and he has 60 minutes at all. Ooh, it was a nice coup. I wonder whether I should go here to avoid being knocked off the region, or secure Europe. I think I should do both, risking losing another 2 victory points. I didn't. I got the scoring. And I got somehow terrible hand. Damn it. What a terrible hand it is. Okay, South America scoring. Because what? If he headlines Junta, he grabs 3 from South America. But if he headlines it and I don't headline South America scoring, it may only get worse. So it's worth taking this risk. Central America scoring for him, okay. 2-0 for him. 3-0 for him, yes, sorry. And 3 more regions left: Southeast Asia, Africa and Europe. I have Europe. I'm in a good position to fight for Europe. The only bad thing is that I have long gunman, but if he forgets to coup now, which he already did in his previous turns, I'm gonna get rid of long gunman immediately. He didn't. Shuttle diplomacy has no effect now. Okay, so what's the most problematic thing I have? Can I afford not playing the China card? If he steals it from me, I can only hold 1 card and it has to be long gunman. Okay. I can space Quagmire. I will. I'm gonna suffer Allende. Europe isn't going to be better, so let's play it now. Then what? I'll spread here. First maybe Space Quagmire as a problematic card. Because, okay, he can get here with 3 events. Decall, South African unrest. Oh, speaking of. Okay, this has to be addressed now. Maybe I should have gone here earlier. At least I got Botswana as a coup target. Okay, 2 regions left, so 2 cards may be discarded if he plays Kennedy on me. OPEC to Libya, but this has been scored, so Africa is more urgent. So yeah, Quagmire to space race. Failed. So this is going to coup. Truman somewhere. His space succeeds. So, coup. Kennedy is the last play, of course I can't afford discarding Allende and Long Gunman. This coup didn't have much chance to work, but its main reasoning behind was to gain military operations. So Cultural Revolution is in play, Usuri is spaced and going to return, Nixon is in play. It's really tough one. Not because my opponent is a tough one, but because I am quite unlucky. Of course, if I have to be unlucky in some games, it's much better against a player like this. Okay, I got these. No really good targets for Truman. Realigning Zaire makes no sense. Let's prepare for Southeast Asia scoring slightly better. If I'm forced to play Allende, my best bet is to realign Chile, of course. I don't like the map. I need a game changer, because now most things go in my opponent's favor. Come on. This has to be an event. At least this worked. But come on, he deserved punishment. Red Scar Perch. Ooh. Okay, this may hurt him. This may really hurt him now. Because Grain Sales and Voice of America are unspaceable suddenly. I have Southeast Asia scoring, it's worth 3, may be slightly worse, not too much, and then Puppets. It's tempting to play nuclear subs, but he may be trapped in some DEFCON suicide hand. He played Cuban Missile Crisis, so maybe he's wishing to trap me into some suicide hand. Whatever it is, he can only hold one card, and he can space a 2 or a 1. I probably should go off Cuban Missile Crisis ASAP to to avoid him playing CIA or grain sales without me being able to go off it, because I guess it's an engine bug. For example, if I was USSR and he was... okay, he's not trapped in a death and suicide. East Asia can wait. For example, if I am USSR and I am headlined Cuban Missile Crisis against myself and I headline, let's say, Junta, I can't take 2 from Cuba to coup with Junta, although I literally should be able to. I will take 2 from West Germany because it requires only 1 to be there again. Playing South for Ops, I think it was a mistake. Playing it for an event was asking. Because I'm trapped in Cuban Missile Crisis, he may recover Red Scare Purge and do the same for me. Okay, I could get rid of Long Gunman, that's true. Discard it and discard it. I don't need them. I don't need this urgently. I don't have good cards to coup. This is last AR. Okay, this isn't going to be played for the event anyway. So... not in this turn, of course. It may be played for a coup, and it's a very good one, actually. The drawback is that coupping 1 stabs did for tat is in favor of a player who is red scared. Of course, his chances are worse, but it minimizes the impact of red scare purge, because instead of reducing a 2, 3 or 4 op card by 1, it reduces a 3 to up to 10 coup result by 1. I was very lucky to draw this red scare purge, and despite my bad luck earlier, this is something I must admit, because I can't claim I'm having bad luck throughout the entire game. plays as if he was having Africa scoring. And how should I address this? He threatens realigning Angola. Let's be the first to realign Zaire. It was good, but he still has access there, and I only have a one modifier here, so if this works, I may risk realigning Angola. This worked, so now I may risk realigning Angola. And this also worked, he has no longer an access to Zaire. So I may even play Portuguese Empire Crumbles into Zaire. I may hold the China card, because I know he doesn't have Cultural Revolution. So I'd like to find some spare time to play this damned scoring. This is going to be Space Race card, and this is going to be AR7 because I don't want to give him off the trap earlier, assuming he is stuck in one, of course. The odds aren't big. On the other hand, there are multiple cards he wouldn't like to have now. CIA, Grain Sales, Voice of America, and these are unspaceable. Beltrap is spaceable. Willy Brandt evented. This gives me a spare time I needed. I need to take my time to secure West Germany. I need to remember blockade is in the deck. It's on the discard now. He played it for ups on turn 3, but it's still waiting somewhere. So turn 6 should be the turn of spreading and securing. I have to secure South America before Distal is going to return on turn 7. Maybe get rid of Wrong Gunman. I got lucky in Africa. I did things to help this luck. Portuguese Empire crumbles. Where should it go? Whew. Okay, so Long Gunman, goodbye. Deco, goodbye. Portuguese Empire, goodbye, and Brezhnev will stay with us. And this was a great exchange. I couldn't imagine a better draw. Africa scoring Brush War as a great hold card. And great, one of the greatest headlines. All the regions are scored, so turn 6 is scoreless. Well, Africa is in my hand now. I could attack Algeria with Brush War, but this doesn't change much and forces me to hold Brezhnev, which I wouldn't like to do. If he played Kennedy so early, it may be a signal that he's stuck on something even worse. He really wants this Germany. Okay, now it pays off that he had played into Algeria when he had time to do it. Okay, let's not make stupid things. Now this is desirable, this is desirable. Yeah, this is a battleground. And this is Indian adjacency. Okay. So let's play Africa scoring. The drawback of it all is that the West Germany doesn't look very good now, but Truman is still in the deck. Plus, he now requires some mill-ups. Oh no, this is just wrong. Okay, maybe he didn't have any choice. But this is just wrong to put it in Laos, Cambodia. He needed mill-ups, he should have could. Okay, so place influence. I think this is more important than Germany. And yeah, why not? Paid off. It really paid off. So let's keep him in trouble. Okay, now I can no longer complain about the luck in this game. Grain sales, brush war, ABM, Indo-Pak, flower power, missile envoy. Of course, these two go before flower power. Let's move it to the end. Grain sales, an obvious headline, it can backfire on me. It's not easy to prioritize regions now, because they are all scored. I was very unlucky in the early war, but now it started turning extremely lucky for me. I said I needed a game changer, but now he needs a game changer. Oh, and he isn't going to get it. I'm gonna return it, and I'm going to attempt coup with grain sales, which is going to cost him the game. Due to DEFCON. Okay, he had a bad hand, but playable. Thank you, good game. USSR will lose the game, yes. What had just happened here? Whew. I really thought that I did something wrong for a moment, and it turned out that it was only some hiccup of the engine. Phew. I sincerely wish him good luck, because his good luck is my good buchholz. Thank you for watching and see you next time.